August 23rd, 1942. In a most likely attempt to avenge the loss of Stalingrad and to redirect some German reserves away from the Caucasus region, last week the Red Army launched a series of futile and useless and pointless counterattacks against the sector of Army Group North and in the area of the German Second Army. Now, considering the ratio of forces between the Axis and the Red Army, the Stavka had to be really on its last rope to order such futile counterattacks. And to further convince Stalin and his generals that the clock is now ticking against them, this week the 4th Panzer Army resumes the advance, and in one of the most spectacular maneuvers of the entire war, it reaches the shores of the Caspian Sea. Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new weekly episode of War in the WITE2 with the Axis campaign. And well, at this point I really don't know what to say. First of all, I was really surprised by the reaction of the Soviet, the Soviet High Command, sorry. Because, you know, if I was the Soviet High Command, I would have attacked not the Army Group North, nor even the sector of the Second Army, but I would have launched deliberate attacks against the Romanians, against the Hungarians, and against the Italians, because they are the weakest formations of the Axis. And of course, because they are so weak, I decided smartly enough to assign them to protect the never-ending left flank of my advance into the Caucasus, and in this case towards the Caspian Sea. And yeah, this was the first thing that really shocked me. The other thing that kind of surprised me is, I was not really surprised to see this, but I was partially happy, partially astonished by the weakness of the Red Army troops facing the 11th Army, the 6th Army, the 5th Army, and the 4th Panzer Army, so the entire Army Group A, which is now advancing towards Astrakhan, and by the end of the week, the spearheads of the 4th Panzer Army, yes, they reached the shores of the Caspian Sea, and I can only imagine people and commanders like von Manstein or whoever is leading the corps of the 4th Panzer Army saying, alright folks, enough marching, stop doing whatever you're doing, just grab the costumes and let's enjoy a 3 to 4 hours bath in the warm waters of the Caspian Sea, because I think that those guys really deserved it by the end of the week. Also, what I have to say is that this tremendous advance, this spectacular ride of the panzers into the Soviet steppe, completely brought to a collapse the logistics of Army Group B and of the whole 4th Panzer Army, because considering that the closest supply depot is around Stalingrad, and I've reached the Caspian Sea. I'm happy and I'm lucky that I have something like 21,000 vehicles in the general pool that I can use to kind of mobilize, let's say, the supplies and the whole logistics. But this is now reaching, I think, the critical point, the breaking point of the entire advance, and honestly I am scared to see how many movement points I will have next week, but I guess this is the price that I have to pay for these breathtaking advances into the Soviet Union. And before you ask, yes, I'm still using all of the Luftwaffe transport wings to bring forward as much freight as possible, but you know, when you concentrate, I would say, nearly 2 entire army groups into this poorly desolated and without infrastructure area, well, there is nothing that your airmen can do to keep everyone resupplied to the same extent. And I think that even by micromanaging the supply priority of the units taking part in the advance, I think that the next week the entire logistics of the Fourth Panzer Army simply will collapse inevitably. And anyway, I was pretty happy by the development of this. Of this turn of this week, and well, as always, folks, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I wish you all the best, and well, stay tuned, because I believe we are getting close to the end of this campaign. If I capture enough victory points, I should trigger the early end in September or October. I don't remember now. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all again in the Axis campaign next week.